Hey, welcome everyone. Let's play some Catan. So let's have a look at the board. So pretty high ore board. I think everyone will get on the ore. However, if someone takes the 854 or even the 3810 over here, it might be the case that not everyone will get the ore. So only one could reach spot. So I think the 569 is the obvious choice here because she will get ore on the way back. So that's what I would definitely do as first position. I think both 8-5-10s are really nice. And let's see. I also see the 649 here, but the sheep port is not available. However, if we can get the 384 here with the 649, that could be a great combination. But I don't know if this will be open. So I think we will get a good spot or a good Orwich sheep setup. If we can get the 384 or even this 384. Well, this one is better because we have the sheep, and then you can combine it with, for example, the 91011 or the 6311. Wow, so really interesting that no one takes the 569. So yellow will definitely take it. So now I have to make a choice. So do I want to give yellow an outstanding position? Because I could take this one, the 649 and 384. That's the best for me. Um, but this will help yellow also, but I don't think I take the 384 and here 384 because I can't win myself. So so the 384 with the 91011 is solid, I think, but we don't have a good board and is less production. So I think I have to take the 649 with the 384. I think. I think that's a good, but I think yellow will be in such a strong position because of this. So it will be hard to get a good spot, I think. So I placed on the 649 and going, I think, to this one because I think the 6-3 will be open. It's a great settlement spot for me, especially if I can pair it with the sheep port. So we do have all the resources, but we are lacking a bit of wheat. But we can compensate for that if we can build to this one over here quickly. But I don't like this at all, that the other players gave yellow such a strong position. So most likely we are playing for second place here. I do think we have a decent shot at doing that. So yeah, I think I couldn't do any better because this, the 384 here is not viable. I think this is very viable. Other things we could have done is maybe the 384 with the 6311. But then if our ore gets blocked, we are basically stuck. So I don't like that. And I don't have an advantage, I think, on the other players. And I think pink takes the 6, 11, 12, by the way. I don't think you take the 9, 10, 11. You could though, but your setup is not that strong, I think. So blue also has a really good setup, in my opinion. So what I could have done is the 384 with the 9, 10, 11. But then I think I let the 649 open here, which could be bad. And it would be hard to connect the road either way. So we do start with the wheat, which is actually really nice, because in this way we can build 2 cities, or 1 city, for sure. So we do have a lot of production, which is really nice. We have 22 points of production, but yellow does have 23 points of production. So that's even better. So what do I do here? I have multiple options. I can just wait or buy development card. So yellow bought one, and I think if blue or yellow rolls a 7, I think the 8 or will be blocked over here. And I don't want that to happen. So I think I will just buy a development card here. And we do get an early night, which is actually really nice. But I don't think we will win with largest army in this case, because we have too little wheat. Oh, so that's a quick saddle over there. I think we have to win with long road, but that would also be very difficult. So maybe we can win with largest army if we can get to the sheep port quickly enough. Because we do have an efficient port, but it will be hard to compete. So we do roll 8, which is really nice. I think I will pass here. We can't get 7 out, I think. Only if the 4 rolls a couple of times. So what did roll so far? I think it's pretty balanced so far, and of course that is very good for yellow because he is on all the good numbers. But if we can block this ore over here, the 8 ore, that will harm yellow quite a bit. Also, that will harm blue. So I will definitely try to block this 8 ore over here. Also the 6 wheat is pretty good to block. But I don't want to... Oh, okay, so you're racing me for the sheep port. That's actually not that great at all. And I do think you... Well, I'm not sure. So hopefully we do get the sheep port, because it will be very difficult otherwise to win actually. Because we need the sheep port to win, I think. So he's desperately looking for brick. So let me see. 2 5s are rolled and a 9. And you already built 2 roads, a wrong road and a settlement and another road. So I don't think you have brick as pink. So what did... Okay, so this is obviously not good for me. And you get a 5 is really bad actually for me. Because I think you can outpace me now. Okay, so this is a really nice 7 actually. Because now he's... I will definitely steal from yellow because he is in the strongest position. So I'm not sure what to do here because yeah, I'm not sure actually. I want to do something, but I don't want to give away my ore or wheat, and also not my wood and brick. So I could build a road here, but it's risky because I do think you could easily cut me off if you want to. Yeah, I think I have to hold here and hopefully getting not 7th out, because I don't want to waste my road. I also don't want to give pink the idea that I'm racing for the sheep pot over here. So hopefully he puts it on the 6 wheat. Yeah, so that's really nice. So I think I made the right decision there. Oh, and this 5 again. So we don't... Do we have a 6? Yeah, 1 6 and no 4s. Okay, luckily you don't steal from me. Okay, another 8. So I think I will again steal. Well, if I steal from blue this time, I have a 50% chance of getting the city here, which I think is pretty good. So let's do that. And we do get a wood, unfortunately. Oh, that makes things a lot harder, actually. Another option is B to build to the 3 for 1 point. I think that's a fine play too. And then we don't have to risk to get cut off by pink, because I think he's in a better spot to take this spot over here. I think I will do that for now. And just wait. So there's the 6 finally. I think we do have an underdog position, so that can help us definitely, because we didn't get stolen from... Ooh, and a really nice block actually. But maybe he has a knight here. Or maybe not. So now we're getting some good cards. Hopefully we do get a 9, because I definitely want to settle over here. So until now I think I made the correct plays for sure. So I'm happy about that. But will it be enough? We are, I think, in one of the weakest positions in comparison to the other players. Because we are the only one, I think, yeah, with pink that isn't on a good weak spot. And we don't have the flexibility also. Okay, so you trade in 4 of your wheat for just 1 brick. Oh, so this is really unfortunate. So what do we do now? I definitely don't want to give away my wheat. So that means I have to... I think I will get rid of all my sheep. And I think a wood and an ore, because I think we will get ore again. I think, yeah, blue does have ore. I think I will steal from him again. We do get a sheep. So I have to make a decision. Do I buy a development card here? Or should I wait? I think I buy one again. And we do get a mono, so it was the right decision. And I think we do have a decent shot at getting a large army. We already have some good development cards. We do have the mono. Okay, so now 7 will roll. You put it on the 8, or I think, and steal from me. Or don't. Okay. So now I think I have to buy another development card, because I don't want this 8 to get blocked. However, I could also wait and wait to get the wood and a brick to settle here because my wheat is very rare. And don't know how often I will get the chance to settle here again. So I think it's a hard decision, but I have to pause here because I think there will be some ore on the board as well. So on this kind of boards, going last is really bad actually, because everyone did get a really good spot, the 5, 8, 10, 5, 8, 10, 5, 6, 9, and I can't get any good spots anymore. It's not bad, but all the good spots are basically gone. That makes it hard to win actually. So don't know what it is with these fives. Already 6 fives and only 1 4. So from now on I think it will accelerate quite a bit. So I think you have to block blue now, but yeah, there are no good spots to block blue because you do share some really the same spots. Yeah, the 10 sheep, it's not that great. So the only downside is I think blue and yellow are competing to win the game, and they do have position on me. So if they have an efficient board, they will get the resources they want, and I can't mono very much, I think. So we don't get any cards. Yeah, we get an 8 now, but it doesn't make sense for me to mono, because what do I do with these cards? I only get like 5 ore, and I can only buy 1 development card, for example. So finally we do get a good roll here, but we need some more. But our big advantage might be to win the game is the mono. If we can use it correctly and build, for example, 2 cities here with the 3 for 1 port and getting a lot of development cards as a result of that, I think we have a shot at winning. Okay, so nice. We do get a couple of good rolls now. So until now, I think we still played optimally. I think on this board, it's definitely the way to mono the ore. Everyone is on the 8 ore, so if the 8 rolls a couple of times, which will happen most of the time, we have a good shot. So luckily no 7 this time. So what do I want to do here? I think I will offer a sheep. I don't know if anyone wants it. Okay, so blue wants it, but for a wood. It's not what I want to give him. But wheat for sheep I will definitely do, but I don't think you want to give away your wheat. Maybe he wants it. Okay. So we need a brick, but I don't think anyone wants to give us brick. So I think in this case, let's just buy a saddle. And I think trading in my sheep for a wheat is a viable play here. Because we don't produce hardly any wheat. Okay, so now the 4 gets rolled a lot of times, which is really great for us. It's our best roll, I think, in terms of getting the most cards. So my next goal is now I build to the 3 for 1 board to get a city on the 384. So you definitely want, in most cases, to city up the spot where the ore is on, because you will get your second city even quicker. Especially if you also have the wheat on it. So definitely not giving my wheat. If we can get another 8, I think we can also build a city already here. So that's really nice, that we don't have to use our mono to get a city. I think after we get this city and having some development cards and getting a city here, I think we have a decent shot at getting far in this game. However, I do think that blue and yellow are in a stronger position. So it's tempting, but I'm not going to do it because my main objective is to build a city here. Okay, so you build a okay, no, you don't build a city. Wow, and blue already built his second city. Yeah, because he's on the 8 and the 6, he can quickly accelerate his game. Luckily, we don't roll a 7 yet, so that's really nice. So I think there isn't very much ore and wheat in the game. I'm surprised that yellow... Okay, so now you build the city. Okay, and we roll a 5. So hopefully we do get a brick. So let me see if... let's first see if pink wants to give me a brick. Yeah, I want it for the wheat. So if he does this, I will do it for sure, and otherwise... okay, you do this trade. So I think this is a fine play. Because we do get another extra wheat income and we double on the 6. So I think that is very good, actually, and efficient. And so we already have some sheep again, and I didn't need the wood. So from now on, I think we have to build cities and development cards. Because, well, not many development cards are on the table. So a couple of 6s are rolled, but not that many, I think. You have some. So the good thing is we are not the target. Okay, now you're buying development cards, which I expected. But we can buy some development cards too now. If a couple of 6s roll, for example, not a 2, that's not great. If we roll a 6, we will definitely buy a development card, I think. Because we all also have to keep the robber away, and especially putting it on the 8 ore here, because this is a very strong spot. Okay, so 5 ore in the game. There's also some wheat in the game. But is it worth it to mono here? I don't think so. I do think we can get more. Because we need a good mono, I think, to win the game. Okay, so really nice. We do get a wheat. And now I think there's a good amount of wheat in the game. So I have to keep an eye on that. But I do think blue can build another city if he wants to. So don't want to give blue any cards, because he's in strong lead, I think. Which is a bit surprising for me, honestly, because I do think yellow should have been in the lead, looking at the setup. They share the same ore and wheat spots, and yellow does have a fair amount of sheep too, but somehow blue did end up at winning. Yeah, so that's what I expected. So another wheat, so maybe now it's the time. Yeah, but this is what I said earlier, right? Yellow can now efficiently port away all this wheat for, I think, ore or sheep. So giving my mono a considerable amount of less value. But let's see what he wants to do here. So you build 1 and 2. So this is not good for me, of course. Oh, but it's very tempting to mono the wheat, I think. Let's see if we can get a wheat for an ore here. I doubt someone wants to give me that. But I do think it's time to get some production and getting some development cards. So I think now it's a good time. So we do get some good wheat income, but we have to port it away though. Wheat for ore, I will do that. So we definitely buy one city here because we need some production. And we build a development card here. So it was not a bad mono at all, I think. But we need to get some more development cards, but I think we have the resource to do it. So we do roll 7 now. So I'm curious where you want to place the rubber. Maybe on the 9 brick? Okay, the 10 wood. That's very interesting. So I think you don't want to let the rubber come on here, which I can understand. So we can, okay, so you build a rope, you have the rope building, okay. So I do think this is the perfect opportunity actually to buy 2 more development cards, because I do think we win the race from yellow and getting the largest army. I think that's the way to go for us. So let's see if we can get a wheat here. Then we can buy 3 development cards. I don't think this trade will go through though. So I could buy a city here, but I already have a ton of cards and I don't want to get 7th out. And I think I can't get long road, so I need to go for army here. So I think I will just buy 2 development cards here. And if we can get another knight. Okay, so this is a really good one. So maybe I think I will play my knight. Is because I don't know, maybe yellow does have another another knight here, and I want to stay ahead of him. So the Year of Plenty is also really nice. I can use it for development cards or even a city here in the future. I would like to have some development cards as well, because I do think the other players can buy lots of development cards. And I need to get this 8 blocked. So although we are last position, I do think we played really well so far, which I really like. And sometimes in Catan it's hard to be first, but if you can be first, make sure you are at least then second, because then you don't lose any elo, especially if you're on the top 100 like I am. It is very important to keep that in mind. So no knight here, and does have, in yellow doesn't have a knight too, I think, because otherwise you will, so they have the victory points. And another road building, okay. So that's really interesting. And also I think really unlucky for yellow, because I don't think you can keep up with me for getting large army, and so can blue. So that's actually really good for me. So really weird rolls, I think. The 2 and the 12. And a 9, so no cards at all for me, only the brick. Um, so let's see. Um, the road is not that useful for me to place. But I want to do something this turn. I will not play my knight, that gives me... so maybe... But I don't think the road buildings are out of the way. I do think I can get a settlement spot here. So I think I will just place a road here and just pass. I don't want to play my Year of Plenty. I think for 2 wheat and then building a city instantly. But not keeping 2 wheat in my hand and just letting it be there for a couple of turns. Okay, so you did have a knight. So the only downside of blue, I think, is he doesn't have an efficient board. So we have a ton of cards. Wow, again a 12. Yeah, now you're buying a lot of development cards. I can see that. So I will definitely play my knight now. And just put it on the 8 ore. And I think stealing for blue. Okay, you do get an ore. Another 10. So now I think we are considered one of the leaders. Okay, so the 4 is really nice. So how do we, okay, so I'll definitely do it for a wood here, or even a sheep, but the 4 did roll, so I don't think you need a sheep. I think you need the ore, yeah, but I don't want to give him any ore. And also not any wheat, because that's the way pink can win. So in theory, you could build just 3 cities and win the game. So only 10s are rolled now, which is very bad. At least it is no 7. That is even worse. So a 6 is good. So I think in this case it's the best to build a city here. Now we can. Okay, so this can be a big turn because we can build a saddle and a city here, I think. Yeah, so that's really nice actually. And we play our Year of Plenty to get 2 wheat and place it here. So we only need to get another city, which is not, I think, very easy because we only have the 3 wheat over here and the 8 ore, which will be blocked very often. But I do think somehow we do have a decent shot now, but I have to keep in mind that blue and yellow will compete for me for largest army. So if I can, I will definitely try to get a victory point. Wow, and the 4 is really nice for me actually. So we are close to, we at least have a development card now, but we are close to getting a city actually. If we can roll a 3, it's already over. But blue does have some victory points too, I think, the way he's playing and not... Okay, so another 5. There's still a mono in the game, you have to keep in mind. So that might be as well on the table. But let's see. We do have the ore port, so that can be useful if a couple of 8 are rolling. Okay, so I do think he wants to get... and we do roll 8 actually. So Oh, it's already GG going because we have a 2 for 1. Oh no, not yet though. So let's see, how can we do this? Um, if someone wants a sheep for a wood, it's already over. Two sheep for a wood, I can give you that. Oh wow, so pink did help me getting the win here. So GG. Check my channel Nadim for more Catan content on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed, guys, and hope to see you next time. So let's have a look at the ratings. I think we are close to top 50 now. So all Grandmasters. Yeah, so really good win. So I hope you enjoyed, guys, and see you next time. Bye.